Namaste. It's Jackie. We're going to get ready for a little yoga practice together. So please get yourself set up. If you have a yoga mat, you can set that out on the floor. Today we're going to start our practice in a seated position. So I suggest that you find something to sit up on, raising your hips up a little bit. I have a couple of folded blankets here. You could use the yoga block for sitting. So just get yourself situated. You might close the door of the room that you're in, turn off your devices, and give yourself this little bit of time to take care of your body. And when you come to sit, you can cross your legs any way that you like. So you may want to sit more, kind of like Indian style, or I like to stack my feet up. You can see what's comfortable for you, but a little bit of support for your hips can be nice. So we'll start with a little rocking. Just rock around, see how it feels to sit on the floor, and you can go both directions with your circles. And we'll be doing our practice for about the next 30-40 minutes. So give yourself a little bit of time today to care for your body. And then come to the center and see if you can find the place where it feels like your spine is nice and tall and your shoulders are lined up over your hips and you're not rounding your upper back and your head is not forward, but your chest is lifted and maybe even the back of your head draws back slightly. And then sitting nice and tall, as you inhale the next time, turn your head and your eyes to one side and just scan the space that you're in. And on your exhale, draw your head back to the center. Just coordinate that simple little movement with your breath. So inhale, lift your chest, turn your head to one side, scan the room. Exhale, bring your head back to the center, and we'll just do that one more time to each side. So inhale through your nose, lift your chest, let your head turn, your eyes, scan the space that you're in. Exhale your head back to the center. And one more time, inhale, lift your chest, turn your head. And exhale back to the center. And then inhale your arms up to the height of your shoulders and feel the arms lengthen and the chest lift here. And on your exhale, we're going to roll the palms open and soften the elbows and draw the elbows down, the shoulders down, the shoulder blades drawing down your back. And then inhale, just feel the length in your spine, the length in your arms. Do that again. Exhale, soften your elbows, hug your belly in, draw the elbows down a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Now you can turn the palms down, and as you exhale, lean over to one side and let the raised arm drape over your head. You might even peek up at the ceiling. And then come back up to the center on the inhale. Nice long arms. And then exhale, float over to the other side. You might peek up at the ceiling as you bend that elbow, drape it over your head. Inhale, reach up. Do that again. Exhale over to the side. Inhale to rise. Exhale over. Just noticing how this feels in your body today. Inhale, center, and the next time you go over, we're going to stay, whichever side you go to is fine. And while you inhale, lengthen that raised arm a little more, reach a little more. You may even look up. And as you exhale, bend that elbow, tuck it behind your back, look down toward the floor. Do that again. Inhale. Look up. Exhale, bend your elbow, tuck your chin, look down. One more time. Inhale, reach your arm over your head. Exhale, bend your elbow. And this inhale, come up to the center. And pause for one breath. And just notice the two sides of your body after that little lateral bend to one side. And then inhale your arms up shoulder height and just go to the other side. Exhale over. And that raise the arm up over your head can bend a little bit. Stay on your inhale. Reach more. Look up. Exhale, bend your elbow, look down at the floor. And do that again. Inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, bend your elbow, look down. One more time. Inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, bend your elbow, look down, and on your inhale, come up to the center. And then again, just notice the two sides. And then a little symmetrical movement here. So inhale your arms all the way out to the side and up toward the ceiling this time. Lift your chest, lift your eyes. And on your exhale, let your hands float down. Let the palms turn down as they pass your shoulders. And then we're going to go up and down 2 more times. So as you inhale, lengthen out through the arms, and when they cross your shoulders, turn the palms up and reach up. No rush. Exhale, palms up until they cross your shoulders, and then turn them down and go down the rest of the way. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Enjoy that stretch. Exhale. And then once you're down, pause. And you can rock a little bit. So for the next part, you may we're going to come to hands and knees, so you might want to stretch your legs out a little bit. Notice if your knees felt a little tight there. And when you come to all fours, you may want to use a little padding under your knees. So if you'd like to, I'm going to grab one of these blankets, place it under my knees. You can pad your knees if you like. And come to tabletop position, so all fours, hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide, place your shoulders over your wrists, and on your inhale, lift your chest and your eyes. And on your exhale, pull the navel in and round back to child's pose. Let your elbows touch down, let your hips sink back, let your head bow down. And then inhale back up, almost like you're kind of pulling yourself up with your hands. And then exhale back again. Pull the navel in so your back starts to round. Glide up on your in-breath. And again, exhale back. And then inhale up to your hands and knees, and then stand up on your knees. And we're going to kind of roll the shoulders a little bit here. See how it feels? You may want to add some extra padding under your knees. And it would be fine to do this movement standing on your feet if standing on your knees is not great for you. On your inhale, take your arms forward and up over your head and feel that opening in your chest. And you can lift your eyes and then exhale down. Letting your breath guide your movement. You can let your hands follow your eyes follow your hands. Inhale up. Exhale down. No rushing at all. How slowly can you breathe? Exhale down. So the next repetition, we're going to add a little twist to this movement. So on the inhale, take both arms up. And similar to the way you bent your elbows when we were seated, we're going to bend the elbows like cactus arms and turn your chest and turn your head to one side. You can even look over that back arm. And when you inhale, come back to the center and lift both arms up. And we're going to alternate sides. So exhale, bend your elbows, turn, belly, ribs, eyes. And then inhale back to the center and lift. And then lower your arms all the way down. And we'll do one symmetrical movement, and we'll do the twist to each side. So inhale up. Now see if you can twist the opposite way first. So exhale, turn, maybe go the opposite way. Inhale, center, reach. Exhale, turn, hugging in the belly as you do the turn. Inhale, center. Again, arms all the way down, exhale. One time, arms all the way up, inhale. And just lower your arms down and pause for a moment. So see what you notice. You can circle your shoulders, you can turn your head side to side. And then we're going to vary this movement slightly. So on the exhale, we're going to bow down like child's pose. So as you do the inhale, take your arms out to the side and up. And again, you can turn those palms up as they cross your shoulders. And on the exhale, as you sweep your arms down, bring the hands to rest on your low back. Let your hips sink back, let your head bow down. And when you inhale, lift your chest, sweep your arms back out to the side and come back up. So if it's comfortable for you to go all the way down, you can touch your forehead to the floor. And if it's a little bit challenging for you to get back up, don't bow down so far. You might go halfway. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side, big breath to lift. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale. Sweep your arms out, lift up. And again, you're welcome to bow less if it doesn't feel great for you. Exhale down. Inhale back up. And on this exhale, just lower your arms down. Take a moment to circle your shoulders again. And then we'll place our hands back down on the floor. Come back to the tabletop position. Shoulders over your wrists, fingers spread nice and wide. Take an inhale, lift your chest. And on your exhale, round back to child's pose, which may feel kind of nice after those back bends we did standing on our knees. And then inhale back to tabletop and pause. Tuck your toes under. We're going to exhale to downward facing dog. So once you get up, you can pedal out your legs. See what you feel. It's all about noticing. We want to find movements that help our body. We want to move slowly with the breath. So we're going to go up and down between this dog pose and the tabletop position. So please inhale to your knees, and we're going to do just a little sequence here. So exhale back to child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. Lift your chest. Now tuck your toes under. Exhale, push up to dog pose. And inhale, slowly back down to tabletop. Lower your knees, let them touch at the same time. Exhale back to child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, dog pose. Inhale to your knees. And we'll do that sequence one more time. So exhale slowly back to child's pose. Let the elbows touch. Inhale, glide back up to tabletop, lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. And this time, if you'd like to hold downward dog pose for a little bit, feel free to stay here. And if this is a little challenging for you, not a great pose for you, come on down to child's pose and just rest there. So if you haven't already come down, please lower your knees. And then if you were in child's pose, come up to tabletop, and we're going to put our elbows down on the floor. And just, you can massage your wrists, you can circle, make a fist and circle your wrists. That's a nice way to move the wrists a bit. And then come back up to stand on your knees. And we're going to come into a low lunge here by stepping the right foot forward. So you could do this in standing if it's not great for you to stand on your knees. You would step your right foot forward and your left foot back. So when we come forward in this low lunge, we want to make sure the back knee is supported and comfortable. And when you come forward, the front knee is pretty much right over your heel. And then exhale, pull back, pull your belly in. You might even touch the belly to get a sense of that engagement. Inhale forward, lift your chest. How's that feel? Right hip back. Exhale, and then the stretch in the front of the left hip, the other hip. So one more time, inhale. So both hips, it's different things happening on the two sides. And exhale. So we're going to do lift the arms up this time. So as you inhale forward into your lunge, sweep your arms forward and up. Little balance here. Exhale, lower your arms, pull back, navel in, soften your eyes. So two more like that, nice smooth breath. Inhale forward, lift your chest. Exhale back, lower your arms. One more time, inhale. Exhale. So the next repetition, we're going to add sort of an odd little twist on the exhale. So we're going to inhale the same as you come up. And on the exhale, turn your chest toward that front bent knee and sweep your arms down and back. And then inhale back to the center. So the upper body is going to turn on the exhale. So draw your hips back, lower your arms, sweep them back. Okay, so that's the first variation. Inhale. The next one, if you want to try this variation, you can bring your palms together and hook the left elbow around the front of that the front leg, and then inhale back to the center. And you can do the first one, just long sweeping arms, or again, you can exhale, let the palms touch, and hook that elbow around the front. Inhale back. Good. And this exhale, just lower your arms down. And see if you can get back to hands and knees. So you can walk that front foot back, come back down to your hands and knees. Notice your hips. You might let them sway side to side a little bit. So we're going to exhale back to child's pose, everything even here. And as you move back, move your hands forward a little bit, and perhaps a little wider can be nice. And on your inhale, we're going to shift the hips forward so the shoulders are over the wrists and the hips come forward. This is a variation of the upward dog pose. Exhale back to child's pose. So a little bit of a symmetrical movement in our hips after the asymmetry of the lunge. So come forward, inhale, any amount, little bend in the elbows, don't lock your elbows. Exhale. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. And then exhale all the way back to child's pose. And we're going to rest in child's pose for a moment. So you can put your hands under your forehead. You could use a pillow or a yoga block under your forehead. You might like widening the knees and just rock a little bit. See what you notice about the two sides of your body. And when you get to your next inhale, gently push up, stand up on your knees, and we'll do that whole sequence with the left foot forward. So please step your left foot forward. And again, we're going to make sure the back knee is comfortable. And when we shift the hips forward, you're going to notice that front knee, you want that knee pretty much over your heel on the bend. When you exhale back, you want to hug in the belly. Let's do that one more time. Pushing down through the big toe of that front foot will help stabilize that front knee. You can try that. Let's do the arms here. So first, we'll do 3 repetitions. Inhale, hips forward, chest, eyes, arms lift. And when you're ready to exhale, lower your arms, pull back out of the lunge. So let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. How does it feel on this side? Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to add the twist with the sweeping, keeping the arms long, sweep them up. So inhale the same, arms float up. And on the exhale, as you pull back out of the lunge, sweep your arms over to the left, and you can touch that hip or with the front hand, and then inhale forward and back up. A little balance. Exhale. So you pull back, pull your belly, and sweep your arms, turn your chest. Inhale, so you're welcome to do that again. We'll do 2 more repetitions, or you can let the palms touch. Hook that opposite elbow over the front knee, and then push back up on the inhale. So exhale, little twist. Inhale, center. And then exhale your arms down. Walk that front foot back, come to your hands and knees. Round back to child's pose as you exhale. You feel nice for your back, and move your hands forward a bit. And here we go, forward with the hips. So as you inhale forward, you can lift your chest. Let the elbows be a little bent so the shoulders are down, and then exhale back. We'll do 2 more like that. You don't have to push, just go where it feels like a nice, interesting range of movement for you. Exhale back. One more time. Now this time, if this is a nice, comfortable position for you and you want to stay here for a moment, you can let your hips sway, you can lift your eyes. For some people it feels kind of good, and if it doesn't feel good for you, you can exhale on back to child's pose. So if you haven't already, come back to child's pose. Again, a little time to check in, to rest. So make sure your head is supported. If you can put your forehead on the floor, that's fine. Or put your hands there, or put your yoga block under your head and rock. And then push yourself up. And we're going to lie down on our back for the next part. So you can move your padding out of the way if you had something under your knees. And just come to lie on your back. And when you get onto your back, it may feel nice to draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a bit of a hug. You can rock side to side. Notice how your hips feel. Lower your feet to the floor for a moment. Just let your legs have a little break, a little moment to rest. You might have your feet apart and your knees touching. For many people, that's nice. And then wrap your hands around your shoulders and give yourself a hug. Nice little pat on the back. You can massage your upper back here. And then switch the way you're crossing your arms. Again, a little pat on the back. Say nice things to yourself. And then bring your arms down and just adjust your hips and shoulders so you feel even, and rest your hands on your belly. And we're going to take a couple of breaths, just really focusing on the breath a little bit more. So as you inhale, feel your chest expand. You can even push the elbows down into the floor a little bit. As you exhale, we're going to hug the belly in. So where your hands are touching, you can kind of push your back toward the floor lightly. You don't have to completely flatten out your back, but just engaging the muscles. Inhale into your chest. Exhale, belly in. So we're going to incorporate that breathing technique into a little different movement for our hips. So please walk your feet in so that they're touching. Your knees are bent and the knees and the feet are touching. And you're welcome to keep your hands on your belly here. So inhale, let your knees open out to the two sides, and you can just roll over onto the little toe edge of your feet. And as you exhale, draw your knees together, hug your belly in. And do that again. Inhale, let the chest expand as the legs open. And exhale, hugging the knees together, hugging the belly in. Now this time, inhale, let your knees open. And we're going to exhale the legs halfway up. So exhale, but still hug your belly in about halfway. And on your inhale, let them open back out to the side. Feel your chest. Exhale halfway. Belly in. Inhale, open. Now cut that in half. So exhale, just lift your knees a tiny bit. Belly in. And then let them open again on your in-breath. And then again, a little lift. Exhale. And then inhale. And if it's comfortable for you to keep your legs here, you can keep them here. You can walk the feet in now so the soles of the feet are touching. If this is a little much in your hips or your knees are not happy, you can bend the knees less by sliding your feet further away from your body, or you can grab something like a pillow, blanket, yoga block, and just put a little support under the outsides of your legs. So take a moment. You might stretch your arms out by your sides. Inhale. And then exhale through your mouth. And do that 2 more breaths. So big inhale. And then exhale. A sigh, an ah. 1 more inhale. So just inhale, normal breath. And when you get to the exhale, draw your knees together if you still have them out there. Pick your feet off the floor, draw them into your chest one at a time, and rock. So some movement that may feel nice here is to just sway side to side or to circle your knees. It may also feel nice to hold on to the backs of your legs and just alternately bend and extend the legs toward the ceiling. You may do that with your feet a bit wide. After you opened up your hips like that, that may feel nice. So any kind of playful movement with your legs, or you can just keep the knees bent and rock. Whatever feels good for you. And then some movement with your ankles, some movement with your wrists. And one more little movement for our hips before we come to the relaxation part. So if you bring your feet down to the floor, feet hip width apart, we're going to do the bridge pose just a few times. So bring your hands palms down by your sides. You can push your elbows down and thinking about your breath as we were doing a moment ago. Inhale, lift your hips, feel your chest lift and expand. And then exhale all the way down, belly in. So a couple times like that. Inhale, lift. Look up toward the ceiling. Don't turn your neck as you're lifting. Exhale down. And then the next option is to stay a couple of breaths. So if you want to inhale up and stay, you can. And if you prefer to exhale right on down, you can give yourself a hug and pull your knees up into your chest. If you want to stay, think about your breath. So inhale into your chest. You can push the elbows down. Exhale, engage the abdomen. Inhale. So we want to get a little work in the muscles of the back body, hamstrings, glutes. This is not really about how high you're lifting your hips, just to get some work in the muscles of the back body. When you get to your next exhale, if you're still up, please come down. And one more time, you can give yourself a hug. Some people find it nice to lift the chest up toward the knees after that pose. You can do that if you like. And then please bring your feet to the floor. So we'll let the legs rest, and if you like having the feet apart and the knees touching, you can do that. And just kind of adjust your shoulders, your hips, your neck. See what you notice. Either let your eyes rest on one spot or let your eyes close. Let go of the effort to control your breath here and feel the support of the floor and the places you're touching the floor with the different parts of your body. And as we begin to settle, we're going to take a couple of breaths to let go a little bit, and we're going to breathe out through the mouth with the sound ah. So as you inhale the next time, just take a nice smooth breath. And then and let your shoulders relax, your jaws soften. And do that one more time. And just give yourself permission to rest your body for the next few minutes. So you're welcome to stretch your legs out flat if that feels like it's comfortable for you. If it's not, great, you can keep your knees bent, or you can take your blanket, pillow, block, or something and place it under your knees so that there's a little bend in your knees when you're stretched out. So whatever's comfortable for you. Hands can be on your belly, hands by your sides. Palms up is a nice open position many people like. So just rest. So soft jaws, soft shoulders. So I'll say a little closing prayer, a little closing message. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we live with ease. May we live in peace. So I encourage you to continue to rest your body for the next 5 minutes, even 10 minutes if you have that much time. Nothing to do, just some rest. If it's hard for you to lie still, try staying for 12 breaths. It's a nice way to try to just let yourself stay a little bit longer. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.